Hi, I'm Diane Conklin with CompleteMarketingSystems.com. Do you do events? Do you host events? Small events, large events, medium-sized events? Any situation where you bring people into you, maybe it's a mastermind where you have 10 or 15 people. Maybe you host your own annual or semi-annual event where you bring in 50 people or 100 people and you teach, or you have speakers come and teach and talk and do those things. There are easy ways to do events and there are hard ways to do events. And it's interesting to me, a lot of people when they first start doing events, their first thing they say to me is, I just want to do 20 people. I just want to bring 20 people in. And I always ask the same question, why? Well, they have in their head that they can't do more than that. And what I always say is, it's just zeros, right? It's just more copies. It's just numbers. So if you're going to do an event, a live event, and by the way, it's my contention that not everyone is right or ready to host events. Not everyone wants to host events, right? And that's okay. I will tell you it's a huge moneymaker if you do them properly, and it takes planning and it takes work and all of that. But there are simple, easy ways for you to do events and to get a lot out of events. And by the way, you can make 6 figures over a 3-day event. I know people who've done 6 figures in 1-day events, right? And 7 figures. But you could pretty easily make 6 figures in a 3-day event with 30 people in the room, if it's set up and done right. So there are a lot of easy tips and tricks. The first one is I want you to think about is, what's your list size? This is the easiest decision that'll help you decide whether it's time for you to do events or not, is what's your list size? So if you want 20 or 30 people, you're going to need a couple of thousand people on your list in order to get that draw. Now, one of the things that people sometimes say to me is, yeah, but Diane, I have a lot of friends and associates and they've said they would help me. And that's great. But the number one thing, the number one reason that people come to your live event is the relationship they have with you, the connection that they have with you. The more connected they feel to you, the more likely it is that they're going to come. So when you look to other people to help you fill your events, you want to remember that you're not connected to their list. And they can give you great endorsements and all that, but your numbers, as far as your conversion rate numbers, are going to be less with those people. Now, the exception would be if you bonused it in, like you were doing a joint venture and you sold something to someone else's list and you bonus in a ticket to your event. That works because they now have a connection. But if you're just going out to someone else's list, it's a little more difficult. So just a couple really easy tips for filling your events. Your list is going to be the number one place to go. There are sites online where you can list your event and those kinds of things, and there are people who will list your events on their pages and that sort of thing. You want to make sure that you concentrate and that you focus on your list, that you focus on going out. And another great way is, if you're a platform speaker, is to bundle in your event when they buy a product or service, because about 50 to 75% of those people will come to your live event. So lots of ways to fill your event. Make the decision first that it's the thing that you want to do, and then go for it. And put as many people in as you can, because remember, it's just a matter of making more copies. If you'd like more information on event planning, on event marketing, check out the website eventplanningandmarketing.com. I have a free CD there I'd love to send you, the 7 biggest mistakes event promoters make and how you can avoid them. I'm Diane Conklin. We'll see you next time.